Hello and welcome to Let's Go Frightseeing. I'm Taylor, and it's always spooky season here. I love how some parents will threaten their kids that, you're gonna get coal for Christmas, and others are like, a demon goat man will eat you alive if you don't behave. Hello and welcome to day 1 of the 12 Days of Creepmas, where we are going to talk about creepy Christmas creatures every day from now until Christmas. On the first day of Creepmas, the Yule Lord brought to me Krampus. What is Krampus? Who is Krampus? Where did he come from? Today I'm gonna do my best to answer those very questions. Wikipedia describes Krampus as, quote, a horned, anthropomorphic figure in Central and Eastern Alpine folklore of Europe who, during the Advent season, scares children who have misbehaved, end quote. Scares them is just like the tip of the iceberg. It seems that there are many legends and origin stories surrounding this half-goat, half-demon man. The legend of Krampus comes from Germany in the 12th century, and his name comes from the German word Krampen, which means claw. Krampus's appearance varies based on who is telling the tale, but most people can agree that he is covered in coarse fur, has horns like a devil, and a forked tongue. He walks on 2 legs with hooves. In some stories, he has 1 human foot and 1 hoofed foot like a goat. He's got big scary teeth and a long forked tongue. Let's put together a little family tree based on the Norse mythology of it all, shall we? So we've got our boy Krampus. His mother is Hel, the goddess of death and the underworld. She's kind of got an unfair bad reputation because it's her job to take the spirits of the dead to the underworld where they will be judged, and the wicked ones will stay under Hel's ruling, doomed to an eternity of misery. Not her fault, okay? She's just trying to do her job, which helps keep the balance between good and evil, okay? It's important. Hel is described as being half alive and half corpse. Very spooky. Her parents are the god of mischief himself, Loki, and a giantess named Angerboda. Hot. Can we get a fanfic about these two? Am I right? Anyway, yeah, hope I am pronouncing that correctly. Please tell me if I am not. Nicely, don't yell at me. I'm trying my best. She is known for being associated with forces of nature like earthquakes, storms, volcanoes. So between the two of them, that is a lot of hot chaos cooking up. They had 3 children together, Hel, of course, Fenrir, who was a giant wolf, and Jormungandr, a giant snake. Loki and Angerboda tried their best to keep their scary little babies safely hidden in a cave, but they grew so quickly and they never stopped, so eventually Odin found out about them, and because Loki can't have nice things, Odin feared that the children would grow so huge that they would take over everything and cause mass destruction. So Hel was banished to the underworld, Fenrir was chained up on a desolate island, and Jormungandr was sent to the bottom of the sea and continued to grow and grow and grow until I think he ate his own tail, and then he's just like in the bottom of the ocean. With a family tree like that, it's no wonder that little Krampus has some baggage. Because of his devilish looks and family tree, Krampus was sent down a somewhat similar path to his mama. He was his kind of own entity, but with the spread of Christianity in Europe in the 1600s, Krampus basically became the antithesis of Santa Claus, an anti-Santa, if you will. St. Nicholas would go around and leave good children treats and gifts, and Krampus would follow, carrying a bundle of sticks to put in the children's shoes, or, for the really naughty kids, he would just whip them with the branches, and if you were really naughty, Krampus would scoop you up and stash you in the sack he carried on his back, take you back to his lair, and eat you. That's one story to tell your children to keep them in line. I love how some parents will threaten their kids that, you're gonna get coal for Christmas, and others are like, a demon goat man will eat you alive if you don't behave. I love it. So the Catholic Church was not super stoked about the legend of a devil born from the goddess of the underworld, and they did their best to ban Krampus. But luckily, people pushed back because other people's mythology and traditions don't take anything away from or hurt Christianity, and Krampus isn't literally the devil, okay? Don't get me started. Anyway, despite the best efforts of the Catholic Church to stomp out other people's traditions, Krampus is doing just fine for himself, and there are plenty of Krampus festivals and parades and things to celebrate this fun, somewhat unsettling piece of folklore of the Yule Lord himself. To further my Krampus obsession, I read Krampus The Yule Lord by Brom, and I loved it. This book was not at all what I expected it to be in the best way. There's some horror and some thriller elements, and a bit of that mythology element that I talked about. Highly recommend that book. And last weekend, I finally watched the Krampus movie. I can't believe it took me this long to watch it. It's fun, it's spooky, it's kind of campy, it's very festive. It's all the things you want in a Christmas horror movie. Watch it and read the book. 10 out of 10. And like I mentioned at the top of the video, I've decided that the being who is delivering the 12 gifts of Creepmas is Krampus himself. So each day, the Yule Lord will bring us a new, fun, spooky thing to talk about. I'll see you tomorrow for day 2.